Y'all see what's going on right now? We back on these couches. The Devinwade Show Season 3. Born Rich coming soon. Shout to my guys Track Kiter. They produced this joint right here called Menaces. Out now. Nina Taurus on the ones and twos. Let's go. We went from innocence to menaces, to court sentences, blocks and projects, locking down the premises. Kept the product on sale like clearances. Critics talking, they ain't live out these experiences. Since the menaces, the court sentences, blocks and projects, locking down the premises. Critics talking, they ain't live out these experiences.
Get him, Porter, get him.
We was thinking, fuck them rules, forever sinning. How these niggas speak on shoes they never been in, roads they never travel, judges, robes and gavels. 3 hots in the cot, it was never cold to tattle. Snakes, wolves and apes, but we grew up round danger. Gotta keep that grass cut low, this shit a changer. One in the chamber, the rest in the mag. Wouldn't listen to mom and dad, we was stressing them bad. It's like trouble would find me, I was in it often. In and out of court long as I wasn't in a coffin. Gang wars and drug laws, this was the scenery. Rude boys down the Caribbean had the greenery. Imaginary block in your neighborhood was selling. We was young felons at 13 was gelling. In and out of U-phones, trapped in them cuffs. Then I was back to the block with my pack and my nuts and go.
Now that's the way you start.
Let's
the
go.
Devinwade Show.
Dev Nasty.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to an all-new episode of Devin Shit Show.
The Devin Shit Show.
The Devin Shave Shit Show.
Welcome to the Devin Shit Show.
We shave like shit, where we shave like shit, all bald head niggas.
Oh God, it's a shitty time.
Welcome to an all-new episode of the Devinwade Show. I am your host, Dev Nasty, aka Dangerous Dev Nasty, and this episode of the Devinwade Show is brought to you by
T.H. Hanley.
And make sure you go and
Wash your face. T.H. Hanley.
Hey man, that's Cynthia on the voice, by the way, one of our nasty girls. Real quick, before we even get to the intro, give it up for the nasty girls in the middle. We got the number one nasty girl, the lead nasty girl, Sin City, and hold on, come back.
Say that.
And we got the first lady of the Talk Heavy podcast. It is Monica, aka the Mix Butt with the Big Butt. All right, yeah, we got them out the way so I don't get sued or whatever the fuck they want to do to me. And of course, to the left of me.
You already know it's your girl Walesca D, the fashionista. I already told y'all for season 3, I am not coming to play. Okay, always gonna be vibes. It's always gonna be good energy, and it's always gonna be a nice little hairdo.
That's like the preschool joint. Is that like a Louis Vuitton preschool joint?
No, it's actually Acne Studios. This whole outfit. Besides my shoes,
you said
I got
who studios?
It's Acne Studios.
Oh, they must need
T.H. Hanley.
acne. That's like, listen, man.
I like that. I like that.
If you got acne, you better make sure you
Wash your face. T.H. Hanley.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm digging the purple haze vibes.
You get it? You know, this is the vibe I'm going for. I got the Mason Margielas on, you know, my little tabbies.
The camel toes.
Yeah, that's what
It's called tabby.
Well, we talked about them before. They were camel toes.
Ninja Turtle feet.
Ninja Turtle feet, but the
remind us of
proper
the muscle.
terminology for it is tabby.
Tabby reminds us of the muscle. You know that muscle we see? The camel toe.
The one that be like, yo, really quick though, sidebar.
Okay. Go ahead.
Y'all ever seen this? And we talked about my Explore page, what pops up on my Explore page, but there's this one like reel that's out there with this girl, and her vagina is holding the tip of the lotion, like the pump. And it's holding it, and she's like walking around. I gotta send it to them, yo. It's the craziest thing. It's hilarious.
That's not a part of my algorithm, yo.
She got that vicious for JJ.
Yeah.
Send me her tag.
And of course, all the way to the left.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Double P, man, aka Project P, not Project Pat. This is Project Porter, because I got a new project dropping. Y'all know I always keep projects coming, so make sure y'all tune in. That Menaces, listen, that Menaces y'all just heard. Listen, get familiar, man. I'm gonna take y'all to a journey. I'm gonna take y'all through a little journey. Walk with me.
And
Born
of
Rich 2
course,
coming.
we got a guest DJ. We about to let her introduce herself. Guest DJ, let them know who the fuck you is.
I'm Nina Taurus, the shit starter,
Oh,
the matchmaker,
What else?
she
the
ready?
Miss Love Ballheads.
Hold on.
Okay, ballhead. Go ahead.
We heavy here.
Oh, what's going on? You know what I think it is?
But
Teach Henley.
So listen, yo, we gonna get right to the shit. We getting right to the shit, yo, because this could be a major argument right now. What I want to know is if you had to choose, right? This is another one of those what is it, Porta? Scenarios? How it go, Porta?
It's the scenario.
All right, let's-
here we go, yo.
here we go, yo.
Uh.
So what's that scenario?
All right, check this out. Listen, man, you could get $10 million, or you could bring back a loved one for 1 year. Any person in your life that passed away,
No, I want-
you could bring them back for 1 year or
No,
$10 million.
I just want 10 million. It's okay.
That's
I
fine.
spent that. I spent the time with that person that passed. The 1 year, what is it going to do for me? Now, if you were bringing the person back permanently, that's a different conversation. But for 1 year,
You lost him and you got to lose him again.
right? That's crazy. So I'm gonna have to relive the trauma again.
So, okay, so this is interesting. So you're agreeing with that? You're taking the money, you're not bringing back nobody for a year? You're agreeing with, you're co-signing this? No, are you co-signing this?
No, yes and no, because it depends on. I haven't
died?
No, yeah, it depends on how they died. Did I have closure before they died? If I don't have any closure, then
That's the thing.
you know what I mean.
We don't even have to use anybody particular, like say their name. I'm just saying, could you think of somebody maybe in your life, in your surroundings that you would be like, no, I'm going to bring them back?
But I would only bring back somebody if it was like a massive person in my life, and
That's what I'm
I
asking.
Said not her daddy.
That's what I'm asking.
No, but my
not
whole
because
thing
I don't
is,
want to relive.
if I need closure, then maybe it depends on where my mental is. But I'm taking the money because I feel like I don't need to grieve again.
yeah, I don't want
I
to
don't
grieve
need to grieve
again.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're
I'm not taking it. I'm bringing this person back.
Who you bringing?
Who
Okay.
you bringing back?
I'm bringing back my ex, and
Aww.
I'm gonna have a baby with him so he have a legacy.
See, now, see, people are DJ Think. This is DJ Thinker, man. Listen, man. Yo,
That's a nice one.
Listen.
I like
Isn't
that.
that worse though? Because 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get pregnant as soon as he comes back, 9 months.
he get to take pictures
not
with his
even
baby. He get
No,
to
he
take.
can't.
No, he
He's only
can't.
here
He's
for
not
1
gonna be
year. It
there.
takes 9 months to have a baby.
Yeah, and how many months is left with the baby?
No, but what I'm saying is that
2?
first of all, it's gonna take a little bit to conceive.
Maybe he come back with that just back to
You're
life
not
sperm.
getting pregnant off the first nut.
Maybe the back to
I
life.
did.
nut.
I have.
I mean, I have a baby too, so like
But
I
wait,
get you. I feel
that's
you.
just-
DJ need the fertile.
Wait, hold on. But
I
that
feel
said,
you,
the
but
back
like-
to life
Hold on.
sperm is strong.
Yeah, listen. If they come back to life, you got all this
Yo,
back
listen.
to life in it.
Right.
Listen, man, my thing is this, right?
What are you gonna do?
I mean, I would like to bring somebody back, especially like I guess if we're looking for like some closure.
For 1
But
year?
I don't want to bring nobody back and then we try to get this closure and we like back to kind of like arguing and then we end up in foreclosure. Like which makes me think about the 10 million.
Oh,
Yo.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the shit that y'all was doing before like this person probably, especially if it's like somebody you was dating or something like that. And not in your case, Nina, because we know your situation is probably different. But for like a lot of these situations, it probably wasn't perfect and wasn't really like all that what it was cracked up to
Right.
be anyway. So it's like you bring that person back, y'all back to like square one, arguing, debating, and all this crazy shit when you really could have just let them rest in peace and got the 10 mil.
So you
Right,
think? So
yeah.
you think the so you think when they come back, they don't got no gratitude to like, damn man, good look, it was dark in there. Like,
I actually think
Not
that
when it comes to women, we can't.
I actually think that they'll come back with an attitude.
That's crazy.
Like, yo, I can't believe you was
I
even
finally
thinking about
was
the money.
peaceful. I was peaceful.
I actually think they'll come back with an attitude like, yo, I can't believe you took you this long. Like, you was actually thinking about that money. And I'm like, nigga, like you arguing already. I should,
you know what? That's
What about if the person gets upset that you brought them back?
So
Right?
so that
Because then they have to go. Because the thing is that Dev intentionally stated 1 year. So like that person, and just imagine a year can go by like this. Like that's how
It
fast
has.
a year goes.
Yeah.
What about if that person comes back and they're upset and they're like, only for a year? Like what? Like just leave me there.
It depends, because let's say when they came back with no knowledge of, like, they came back like, yo, all I remember was somebody shooting me
And
or
that was
whatever
it.
happened, or the
Yeah.
car accident, and now I'm here. What the hell? Yo, you've been going 5 years. They just came out with some, but it was like they told me to hit 10 million or you, and I chose you, and you came back. You've been missing for 3 years. Maybe it's a situation like that where they don't even have the recollection, but then they might not have the appreciation
Right.
as well. So let's make it more interesting, because they said a year ain't gonna be worth it while he want the bread because of the year. But what if it was $10 million or they're back for 10 years?
$1 million a year.
Now they're back for 10 years. It's the difference between a dude living to be 40 or coming back,
Can I?
50 years old.
Can I make a request?
I don't want it. I don't go.
Can I make a request on this one? I just want to ask, because you never know. If you don't
He's
ask,
acting like you're a genie in a bottle,
If
right?
you don't ask, if you don't ask, the
He
answer is
negotiated.
always no.
Wait,
So
you
can
want
I
to
get
add
a-
it to the scenario? You
No.
want to add something to the scenario?
I just want to ask if it could be switched for me, just for my turn. Can I get 5 million and I'm back for 5 years?
No,
it don't work
you
like
can't
that.
get both, bro. You can't get money in the bank.
He's like, one
Like
or
when
the
they
other.
leave after 5 years, then they'll give me my 5 million.
No.
This is why I say
I'm
no.
definitely gonna make sure they go back.
I'm saying no because I don't want to go through a grieving process again.
No, that's true.
Grieving.
So
That's
hold on. So this is what Walesca D is saying. So that she doesn't have to go through a grieving process. She's not willing to grant you 10 more years.
I'm not. I'm
of
sorry.
Life experiences, laughter, love.
We had that.
Finishing your door. You imagine what his album would be like. Like if Back from the Dead, Volume 1.
No, listen.
Back from the Dead, Volume 2.
Listen, this is really like a deep scenario. This
Nah,
is
it
really
is.
like listen. Y'all got to really do the math to this scenario, because what she's saying is real though. Grieving all over again.
Yeah.
You know what grieving, like, for the people that has lost people out here, right? We talking about reality now, real life. Like, bro, that process, like, so to even think like, okay, we thinking about the good side of it, like he's coming back or she's coming back, right? This special person that I haven't seen in some time, missed them. But then they gotta leave again.
Yeah.
They gotta leave again. They gotta go through it again. You gotta go through it again. It's not easy.
But
What
now-
about?
go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let me ask
I have
you
something
this.
All right,
crazy
come on.
too.
Go ahead,
Hold
go ahead.
on. When they go back, are they going back the same way they?
So no. So when they go back, they would kind of just disappear, like Spider-Man,
Like
like
ghosts.
Spider-Man did in the Marvel movie. He was like, I'm leaving, Mr. Iron Man, Mr. Stark.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just curious.
So I have a question
All right,
too.
all
So
right.
what happens if we bring him back for 10 years and something traumatic happens to the person who brought him back within that 10 years?
Oh, no, you're fucked. That's just what it is.
that's
But you brought your person
Damn,
back.
right.
Because this is what I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to figure out the mindset, because what Porter and what Wally originally said is correct. Grieving is crazy. But what I do know is when you lose people, one of the things become very, it's almost like the volume is turned up on things where you be like, if I could just have them do that one more time, get on my nerves one more time. If I could just crack this joke with them one more time. If I motherfucking could hear motherfucking, it's like, I know Diddy ain't write it, but in that song when he said, do anything to give anything to hear half your breath.
Yeah.
Right.
Like not eat like half, just like what people. So
Can I?
a lot of times, real quick, I want to get to you real quick. A lot of times we'll call phones that we know are off to hear the voice message, John. Like that was a lot of things. People won't throw away people's clothes because it's like the last piece of thing they got to them. So when you're in that kind of mindset as well, the idea of you're already grieving, you're not necessarily over it. So you're not looking at it like, I gotta grieve over again. I'm grieving now.
Right.
This is a relief. This is like pushing the payments off for 10 more years. Like, yo, I'll worry about it when in 10 more years, and maybe I'll be more prepared for it because I know what's going to happen. When it happened before, we ain't do all the stuff they needed to do, got everything in order, had them at peace, talked about, you understand what I'm saying? So I could see the value in bringing somebody back for the 10 years, maybe not the 1 year though.
Yeah, the 1 year's a little rough.
Maybe not the 1 year. In the chat, please let us know. Another thing though, if you was with somebody and they made the choice, now this is your significant other, they made the choice to bring somebody back to life and they brought back an ex. But they said they ain't want to be with him. They said that.
I don't care what they said.
They brought back their ex that they was with when they passed. Would you be able to stay?
How long you bringing them back for? How long they bringing them back for?
It's like, we could go back to the year, John.
All right. She could leave with him when it's done.
Ooh.
Damn!
Oh, Richie.
Damn, Porta! That's crazy.
My girl,
if it's
you
a
know,
what if
we
it's a
talking
baby
about,
dad?
hold on, you listen. You talking about my girl, right? My lady, my wife.
Most tragic thing that
Getting
ever
an
happened.
opportunity to bring back another soul that she's lost.
Yeah, she was in a
And she
tragic.
go for an ex?
Yeah.
I'm quite sure this ain't the only nigga she lost.
All right, so hold on, check this out. Hold on,
I'm quite sure she probably got what I mean is like, it's a brother probably, a cousin,
No. But this
a
is
dad,
all
a
right,
grandmom.
This is the beauty with scenarios.
Gotta be grandmoms and
Hold on, because I want to dig deep into the mind of Porta Rich to find out how selfish Porta Rich is. Look at it. Now, let's say the reason the person died was because she was driving the car that she was driving. She was looking on her phone, crashed when her boyfriend died. She lived. Now she moved on. She met Porta Rich. Y'all doing good things. She got the guilt in her mind. She want to bring the bull back. Now he gonna pop up back like, this my bitch.
Well, you laughing. That's one problem. You laughing, but that's really a problem, right? That's really a problem because you replaced the nigga. And now he's coming back. For two, it's like, why was you on your phone? Why you killed him?
All right.
Hold on. Because if I say I don't want him to come back, you blaming me, but you killed him.
Oh my God.
No, seriously.
Oh
if I say I'm the new guy, all I know is the new equation.
it.
You lost somebody. I'm here trying to repair it. I'm here like consoling, consulting, all that comforting, all these other things. And then out of nowhere, you run across some special person, magical person who can offer you this joint.
Yeah.
And now you coming to me like, oh well, what are you gonna do when you bring him back?
Apologize.
Huh?
Apologize.
Where is he staying for the next year?
With her.
Like, so, all right, my thing is this. All
right.
right, it gotta be something like this in the equation, right?
All right.
Because it was offered to her, right? So I'm not really in the equation. I'm just the other person in there.
Nah, you don't get one, Porta.
I just feel like if she do want to bring him back, let me get the fucking money. I'm out. They could go ahead. Let me
That's selfish.
bring him back. Give me the money. They could do what the
So
fuck
hold
they
on,
want.
hold on. So that's okay. So not exactly what Porta said, but this could add some of the fight to it. If you with your girl, and when you're not rich, there are some financial struggles. Things happen.
Yeah.
So there's things going on, and this was an opportunity for my girl to set us straight. And instead, she said, I feel bad about Raul. I gotta bring back Raul. Now Raul back, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I'm like, damn, we don't
Yo,
got the paper, and this nigga's
listen,
a nuisance.
For all we know, I could have actually, because she's going through what she's going through, I could have actually been in this situation busting my ass, trying to keep this shit together, picking up bills, all kinds of shit. And then the minute you come across an amazing, miraculous proposition that could really like change our lives, you want to bring your ex back?
But what if that's her baby dad? And she wants her son to be able to be around his baby, his father.
I mean, listen, again, I'm a father. So that kind of like changes things. But even then, you know, it's kind of like, still like, you know, you got to think about yourself. A lot of people be looking for like, in these type of situations, and that's why I'm glad it's here on the Devin Show.
But wait, hold on, Richie, hold on. I'm gonna need you to sit up a little bit because I'm about to talk to you really quick. We're about to have a real conversation.
All right, talk
okay?
to me. Okay. But you know we don't
Let's
say
talk.
what everybody like to say, like
No.
what sounds good.
I know, but I just want to walk you through the thought
on,
process here,
walk with
okay?
me.
All right. Say if you were in her shoes, right?
Right.
and you had the opportunity to bring that person back.
Right.
You know, because you felt as though like, damn, I literally caused this car crash, and then I was, you know, I killed essentially my significant other at the time, right? And you wanted to bring that person back, right? To kind of like, number one, maybe apologize, get some closure or whatever, right?
Yeah.
This is something you in your heart wanted to do.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you allow her to do that?
Because the only thing that would change it is what Dev just said.
Right.
If she bringing back her baby dad, right? If you bring
Why
it
gotta
back,
be a baby
because
dad?
because if you bringing back a child's father, this is the children's
okay.
family. It's not just for you. It's for the child now. So now when I'm thinking of child, again, I speak from a parent point of view when he threw the child in the
respect
mix.
that, yep.
But let's take the child back out the mix. Right?
said, yeah.
And when she just try and bring him back and she don't have no kids, you just try and bring back your ex, it rubs me the wrong way.
Yo, Porter, you know what'll rub you the right way, man?
To each handling.
That's
Now, are
right.
you worried-
If she not coming back to rub me down, like, come on, she been rubbing me down with the Teach Hanley, like the PM, the AM. She got my bags under my eyes, like gone, invisible.
So you worried that somebody else gonna benefit off of this?
Yes.
Are you good? Now you having a whole conversation.
Because you know how we get our drinks here. Monica's making me a drink, but this drink tastes a little funny. I don't know what's in the
so
drink.
this is what happens. See, this
Putting
is
that shit she
I
brought
just
back
don't
from Puerto
know.
Rico.
See, this is the thing.
And I'm scared.
See, this is the thing. When you a man, you could get everything you want by just putting on that T. Hanley. But women, they don't got T. Hanley. So they gotta spike drinks and pull off these little Bill Cosby.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If anybody gonna need, like for real, if anybody gonna need that in this scenario, if anybody gonna need the Teej Hanley, it's gonna be baby boy that's coming back because he been dead for a while.
Oh, wow.
So no. I'm not.
my God.
Yo.
No. I'm serious.
Damn.
Like, cause this is good for your skin. It's gonna bring. You know what I mean, we're talking the real situation.
But what if his joint come back fresh? Like since he fresh, like
glowing.
like
He
he
glowing.
like he
But
got
that's almost
like
like
he
a-
got a T. Hanley glow.
But that's almost like
natural.
But that's almost like, well, that's like saying he reborn. We shouldn't say we bringing him back from the dead.
Oh, okay.
Because when you bring somebody back from the dead, I'm thinking pale.
he
They
should come
back how
back.
they left.
Yeah, I'm thinking pale. They've been underground. Teej Hanley would be the perfect thing. That the first product they need.
But this is the thing. What if he was already using T. Hanley when he died? So his face was already crazy, just smooth. That's why you scared.
Nah, it was an easy job for the funeral.
I think he's scared. I think he's scared because he feel like he gonna lose this girl. But it's only for 1 year. She's probably trying to get closure or whatever.
Yeah, I think
don't
that's
know.
what it is.
They
I think
gonna
he's scared.
Right?
He gonna be getting Teej handies for the next year until he's gone.
Again, I'm gonna be honest. Again, a child changes it.
No,
but
it
for a
does.
lot of people, you can't be mad at the people out here that's like, yo, because it's almost like crying over spilt milk. And that's a big saying that people don't rock with. Like, it's almost like really like, in a sense, it's almost like crying over spilled milk. I get it that it's a miraculous situation where you could bring somebody else back, but it's already somebody new in the picture. So they looking at it like, why you still pedaling backwards?
What would you do, Dev?
Now you're saying in the situation of bringing somebody back first.
Yes.
If I could bring somebody back for a longer period of time, like the 10 years
the
or
10
something,
years?
I would do that.
Okay.
For the year part, I do agree that it would probably mess me up worse, and it's an opportunity. Like I couldn't see that happening. Now it could be for somebody. Let's say it was somebody for somebody else. Somebody else I lost somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I could see me foregoing on money on
Right.
something like that. Because I might be able to bring back somebody that wasn't necessarily my loss. It was somebody else's. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the other thing, and it was like, yo, I want to bring back my baby pop. No, you can't bring back your baby pop. Nah, we got to get our 10 M's and we moving forward.
Damn.
We not playing around with the unnaturalness of who are we to play God? I need we getting that paper. Who are we to play God?
But why would you
Yeah,
say
y'all
one
threatened.
way to play God, but
Y'all
you'll
scared.
do it?
It's
That's
not
wild.
about.
I'm just
yo,
saying,
it's
huh?
not
Because
about.
it feels
It's not. Listen,
threatened.
it's not about feeling threatened. Y'all gotta understand. Hold on. All right, so let me hold on. Since y'all say we feeling like threat, hold on. Let me flip it on y'all because we haven't really like asked y'all, right? You with a guy, right? And a guy comes. You love this guy. You in love with this guy, right? And he wants to bring back an ex, who he has no kids with her, nothing. They just was simply in love too. Them two was in love. She loved him. He was special. And now he's trying to get you to understand that he wants to choose to bring this person back to life versus this 10 million that can better your lives. He'd rather bring back the person who he thought was so special and amazing. This girl is coming back.
What's his reasoning?
His reasoning is she was special.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Hold on. Listen, I don't feel as though she deserved to die when she did. Period. She was special. I think she should be still alive.
So the only reason is because she's special?
Yeah, because he loved her. He loved her.
I love her.
What's the so I'm still confused.
Yeah,
like
you confused all of a sudden.
Listen,
because the last when we were talking about the girl that she calls her man to pass due to her.
We added that.
Yeah, we added that. So that's what I was.
We ain't adding that.
No.
We ain't adding none of that. We going back to the root of the joint.
The original joint.
You ain't.
Because I didn't pick that, so that's why I'm able to.
Nah, we
Man,
saying
the original joint.
your nigga want to bring back an old girlfriend. Is Wally gonna let her sit in the
That's right.
grave, or is Wally gonna be like, nah, that's respectable, my G, bring her back? Because I know.
mean, who am I to
Bring her back.
sit here? Who
Bring
am
her
I
back.
to sit here and tell him? No, you can't bring
Right.
somebody back that he want to bring back.
All
I mean,
right, so-
each his
all
own.
right.
I can't sit. I will feel fucked up. I ain't gonna hold you. I think I will feel more fucked up to tell that person no if that's what they truly want.
Here go my
But
next
it
question.
feels-
Hold on.
It'll cancel each other out because let's say she does come back and they fall back in love with each other, whatever. Okay. No,
Put it
I
like
don't
this.
understand.
Hold on. Put it like
I
this.
don't understand. Like, let's.
hold
They're only here
If
for a
he-
year.
If he chooses her, let's just say he chooses to be with her. Like she comes back, they fall back in love with each other. If you're gonna leave me for an ex, and that means that you were gonna leave, you could have left me for an ex that
No,
was living.
I think you missed a big part where y'all would have $10 million.
It was either to choose. It was to choose.
You got quiet.
It was to choose. It was either 10 million, or he bringing somebody else
So
back.
if he brought her back and they didn't fall in love with each other, she left, and now we're just asked out with no
Yeah,
person.
You
well,
wasn't
Now
as soon
y'all
as she
just
came back, you're not getting no
I'd rather her come back and you be with her for the year.
money. You're gonna
Yeah,
make
that's
it.
it.
I'm gonna be honest.
I forgot that it was a year.
I'm gonna be honest. You can even take the 10 million out of the equation for me, and I'm still gonna feel as though she's supposed to choose me to be broke with me. And just be broke with me instead of bringing this special nigga back that you once dealt with. No, listen.
Okay.
Listen, because I don't see. So let me ask y'all this as women. You in love with this guy, right? You've been with him 5 years now. You're in love with him now.
Amen.
You mean to tell me when he's telling you that he wants to decide to bring the ex back because this was a special ex and he just feel as though they got a bad card in life?
I'ma let him bring
Hold
her
on.
back.
All right, so listen. Do you think this is going to affect your new relationship you've been in for 5 years?
Listen, it's
Is this going to change you?
It's gonna affect it regardless. If I say yes or if I say no, it's
What if,
gonna
no,
affect it.
not if you say no and he agrees with you.
No,
Not if he.
clearly he's asking me because he wants to do it.
Yeah, Porta, for a fact.
But if he's asking me-
But if he's asking you, that means that he's respect your decision too and wants to hear where you at with it.
But in all actuality,
No.
what's the answer that he wants me to
Because
say?
no, I'm gonna agree, Porta, because what happens is this: no matter what, it's gonna affect it in a weird way. Because when he agrees and says okay, even years later, if an argument, I know for a fact, in an argument, it's gonna be like, I wish I would have brought back Tina. It's gonna be shit like, yo,
Yeah,
that
it
shit
is.
that you can't take back. Like, y'all going through it, and next thing you know, it's like, I wish I would have brought Tina back, bitch. And it's like, oh shit, this
No,
is great.
deadass.
No.
Yo, this actually brings me. There's something that correlates to this. I sent this to y'all in our group chat. There was this. It wasn't a meme. It was like a message, right? And it was like, both of your significant others pass away, like, but you're still living or whatever. But then you end up passing away, and they both in heaven.
Yeah.
Who would you be with?
Yeah, that's a crazy joint.
Yo,
I'll tell you
Because
what
it's
to
like,
do.
okay,
I'll tell you what to do.
What you
I'm
gonna
gonna be
do?
with
Put
both.
it in God's hands. You closer to him.
Yeah, both.
His decision gonna be more on point. I would ask God.
What if God looked at you and said, I ain't got nothing to do with that, my nigga.
You gotta choose.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, God,
He said
I'm
free
Muslim
will.
anyway. If they both get right, I can take them both. If they both chill and you get me right, I could deal with them both.
What if Jesus walked by and was like, come on, Porter. Like, come on,
I ain't dying for this.
What if, no. I said, what if you found out when you got there, he was just like, "Come on, it was
I'ma pull
me.
him to
I
the
was
side.
really the bull. I was really God and all that."
I'm gonna pull him to the side. Say, look, I don't know how you at where you at now.
I never heard nobody
I'm
pull
a-
Jesus.
I just peeped what you just said.
Somebody just asked me. It's crazy that Dev said it because my man did. Shout out to Nice. Nice just asked me. He said, "Rich, how your prayers go? Like your prayers, are they always the proper way?" I said, "Hell no." I said, "It's been times where I talk to God crazy." Like, because I'm going through some crazy shit, and it's just the way it gotta come out. Like, I done prayed and said, "God, you better get this motherfucker." Like, I'm telling you, if you don't get this motherfucker,
I will.
Yeah, like he's coming to you with a speeding ticket, nigga. Like so,
Damn.
yeah, like it's been like that. And then I pray, and then I pray for forgiveness. Like, God, if that was wrong, if that was foul,
Yo,
my bad.
If that was foul.
I feel no.
So that's
feel
why I
what you
said
talking
I'll
about.
pull him to the side and say, listen, like, we fucked up from where we come from. Like, let's rap over. I ain't gonna curse though. I'm gonna give you that.
You're pulling Jesus to the side.
Yo, no,
that was wild.
God is a G.
Wait, Porter, we missed something.
Well, no, because he was saying like,
I was
what
like,
about
basically,
Jesus
you get
told
there
him?
and you like, oh shit, it was Christianity, like
Yeah.
it was Jesus. So he was sitting there.
That's
So
what
when
I'm
Porter
saying.
said, Porter said, yo, he was like, well, God Muslim. Anyway, then Jesus walked out like, come on, my nigga. I told you it was, you know what I mean? It was me.
I told you it was Yahweh.
I'm gonna tell G.
Not your way, it was Yahweh.
I'm gonna tell Jesus, like, look, you cool. We know who you really is, though.
Right.
You cool. Like, it's cool. You in the family. You in the tree.
Yo, it's even
Right.
funny.
You in
to
the
be like,
Trinity.
Yo,
You're in the Trinity.
Yo,
Yo, just
that's
imagine really
hilarious.
going to heaven and just knowing that your religion just wasn't that.
But that
Yeah,
would
that's
be, but
wild.
that sounds like what Pac said. What if heaven had a ghetto? This sounds like
For real.
Yo, I mean, like, you can't tell me heaven don't got it. Like, listen, and no bullshit, because no, for real. It's some good guys that got caught up in this bullshit. How much evil's here?
But why would there be a ghetto?
Hold on. Because I've heard some people say some shit about like gangsters and God don't mix and shit like that. My God, like, it's evil people here. They 10 times worse than the gangsters. The gangsters we know that come from like streets, even mafias and stuff like that. It's people here who so-called politicians and all this supposed to be prestigious properly. They are evil.
They're going to hell.
But what that got to do? Why would heaven have a ghetto though? The ghetto is
ghetto-
fucked up.
the ghetto
No,
heaven
because
is
God
hell.
understands some people need work. He ain't putting you right to the suburbs of heaven. When you come to heaven and you came from like the trenches and you had shit going on, you shot a couple motherfuckers, right? But God know you had good in you.
There's no medium heaven.
No, but he might.
It's entry level.
Listen, he's gonna need you in a certain part of paradise. You don't think paradise got parts? You don't think heaven got parts? Yo, shit, me. There's levels to how good you can be as a human.
Yo, listen to me. Listen to
There's
me.
levels.
This is actually innovative thinking. I've never heard of a nigga being just like, yo, bro, I'm in heaven. I got Section 8 in heaven.
Yo, hold on. Dev,
I heard of purgatory, but not-
This is common sense. Tupac said, and a few others said, I hope and pray that heaven has a ghetto. Why did they say that? Because they already know it's different parts. We already know heaven is amazing. We've heard about the big fruits and the wine and the silk they wear and just how amazing it is. You don't think it's another part for the people that don't deserve that?
Listen, man.
But
look,
I thought you go to hell then.
look,
They're gonna have
it's levels.
he's talking about- he's saying-
Even in hell, some people not gonna stay in hell. They're gonna taste hell, but they're not gonna remain there. You wasn't the worst, but you did some bad shit.
So you got
how long is a
Man, you
hell
sound like a
sentence?
preacher.
It all depends. And again, your actions say your sentence. Your actions decide your sentence. Everything you did that you wasn't supposed to do, like I said, it's gonna be some motherfuckers that's gonna go in hell. And they're gonna be like, ah, shit. They're gonna be there about 5 minutes. And God gonna pull them out and say, yeah, how that feel? And they gonna be like, man, that shit crazy. But then
What about if you get the people? Wait, what about if you get the people that?
God gonna say, that's for the nigga you shot. You lucky he ain't died because I'd have left you there for an hour.
But what about if it's the people that like that? You know, there's people that like that
No,
adrenaline.
there's no
that
such
be
thing,
like,
no.
ooh, let me test
No.
the waters and try to get.
listen.
What's it called? Menace?
No, there's no person.
He got something for them people.
There's
there are
no
people
person
that
that
probably
likes to be on fire. There is
She
never,
talking about
listen,
I was gonna say there probably are some some people, you know, the Satanists, the people that like worship like hell, they probably want to be there.
I don't give a fuck if you worship Beelzebub or whatever, nigga. When that fire touch you, you don't fuck with none of that. I don't give a fuck.
If a tough guy gets up there and could take that fire all crazy,
Listen,
he
man.
probably needs something weird. Like I bet you he can't take his feet getting tickled. Like some smoke.
Listen, man, we're going to get into the next thing. Before we get into that, we got to make sure that we let you know that this episode is sponsored by Tej Hanley. Make sure that you hit the link in the description right at the top so that you get 30% off of your first box and get a free gift, man. Make sure that y'all don't miss out on this great opportunity. Make sure that you tune in with Tej Hanley.
Look at Wally's skin.
Hanley.
Look at Wally's skin.
Tej Hanley.
Yeah. And make sure that when you get to Tej Hanley that you wash your face. Yeah, man. Make sure you wash your face. Oh, but listen, we talked about God, but one thing that we got to talk about is godparents.
Oh God.
I'm a godparent.
Especially in the hood, I think that people use godparents lightly, or they use it as almost like a fun thing, almost like a novelty title instead of what it really is. We just spoke about death and people dying, and that's really what godparents are about. Like, if something happened to me, I need the godfather to step in for me. So before we get into that, who chooses godparents? And the reason why this is important is I know at least in the hood, it'd be a lot of weird shit like this. It'll be like the mom chose a godparent, right? That's like her girlfriend. Right. So obviously it ends up being like her girlfriend and her husband. Right. Right. But then on the other side, the dude might be like, this the godparent, because he's picking somebody
from his side.
Or they're picking people that are the godparents, but they're not couple. They're not a couple. Yeah. So like even in my situation, I'm a godfather to my boys' kids, but then this other random girl that was her friend is the god mom.
That's how it is with my daughter. So one of my really good friends is my daughter's godmother, and then one of Andrew's really good guy friend is her godfather.
So I'm trying to wonder with the picking, how does that work? How y'all let us know too as we discuss this. So, should it really be a couple?
So normally is that how I'm just asking? Normally is that how it's done traditionally? Where it's a couple?
When you it's not necessarily like a couple, but it normally is two people. It's a godmother and a godfather.
But I'm saying it's not normally a couple. And that's important for us to know.
Well, I don't think I'm not 100% sure saying like these people are gonna be the godparents, but I know in the Hispanic community sometimes it is like a couple, like a married couple. They're like, okay, these are the padrinos of such and such. Okay. Right? But in our generation, meaning like us, how we grew up, it's always one or the other. But what does it say that is there a specific?
And now it just says that it's a person who sponsors a child as a you say it says as at a baptism and traditionally assumes responsibility for that child's faith.
Right.
So it's also like talking about maintaining their religion and stuff like that.
It's easier to do couples rather than one guy from you and then one girl from my family or my friends, because then it's like.
So this is funny because I didn't even think about this part. The fact that it says assumes responsibility for the child's faith. So that's the other part. People, like where I'm from, people kind of just make their man. So I could be a Christian boy and I'm like, yo, my homie that's tight with me, he Muslim, I want him to be the godfather. Then the god mom is my girl's best friend and she
Catholic or something.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going to go off of what the parents wanted the kid to be, right?
But no, based off of like that.
What the kid grew up.
Hope.
If they did.
All right, check it's not what of your faith is.
If I believe in, if
faith.
me personally, I'm saying if it's me and I felt like Islam is truth and that's my belief and something happens to my best friend's kid and they did come with me, like we took it serious. I'm gonna end up raising a Muslim because I believe
what about the god mom?
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is where I'm saying it get all tricky because that's where I was thinking that wouldn't it make sense for them to be couples, and I wasn't sure how other people's experiences.
It makes sense for it to be couples, but like my godparents aren't a couple. So my godmother is someone else, and my godfather is someone else.
Doesn't godparents stem from Catholic though? Isn't it like a Catholic faith?
It does, because you
know.
get baptized in the church.
Yeah.
Right? That's how technically
godparents are there
godparents
with you, yeah.
Right.
Can I?
But I know for me, I rather, like, if I would rather have if there's somebody I want in regards to, like, God forbid if I pass, that would take my child. If there's a couple that ideally works, yes, but I'm not going to just do it because she's married. If it's just her being the godmother, I would just rather have one godmother. I don't need my child to have a godfather as well. I would rather just have one person that person will go. My child will go with that
Well, usually
person and
the
their
baby
family.
father usually picks one too, right? Like the man
I don't
usually
really,
picks
but I'm
one.
saying I wouldn't want to have a godfather as well if they're not like united.
Like I never. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Can
You
I
know
can
what
I
I'm
throw a
saying?
monkey wrench in here real quick? I want to ask y'all something. Since we kind of like, just playing with that right there. I want to ask y'all put a little twist to it. Now, would you let your significant other, right, that's trying to pick out a godparent, your significant other is picking out his friend of a different gender. Your guy wants to pick out his female friend to be the child's godmother.
Okay.
Vice versa for us. Dev.
Because that doesn't
the
happen.
wrench?
As I
You
see
see
what
the
you're
wrench?
saying.
And then the mom picking the godfather.
No,
Maybe,
yes,
yeah, maybe.
yes, it's the same thing. If you was my lady, if me and you was together, you coming to me saying, "Yo, Rich, I think my homie such and such that I've been friends with for like 10 years, I think he'll be like the best person to be the goddad for
Got you.
our little people."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or, and
I
vice
mean,
versa.
if it
me
makes-
coming to you about my female
Right.
friend.
I think honestly, if it makes sense where we're like, you know what, it does make sense for that person to kind of like, God forbid something does happen to us, I would feel safe if we both together feel safe enough that this person will be able to raise our child properly. I would do that.
Now, this is why this is actually a bigger discussion, because you're saying that, but do you really think? Hold on, y'all. We gonna just address the elephant in the room. Nah, come here, yo.
What
Sin
happened?
City gotta go somewhere. She gotta dip out, right?
She got an
So
appointment.
let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. We not retarded. Come back to the microphone. Come back to move that chair, man.
Big Dipper.
Let me tell you something.
I blew
man.
a little kiss. I was like,
Hold on. Let me tell you something, man. It's a reason why it's called a twerk break.
oh
A
god.
twerk break happens at any time because it's a break, whether it's between filmings, whether it's in the middle of a show. So before she just walks out of our lives like this in the middle of a show,
But it's okay because for $10 million you could grant me to come back.
move that seat out of the way. Y'all already know how we coming. We coming back potting in a couple minutes, but we're gonna count this down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go! Hey! Let's go! Y'all know we gotta get the twerk break in. It don't stop the Devinwade Show. Every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Special guest DJ. A whole bunch of twerking. And a whole bunch of other fun and games.
Right.
Let's go!
All right, get out. Get out.
I love y'all.
Listen, y'all.
Love you guys.
Back to
Love.
our scheduled programming.
Yeah, we got we got one of the most ghetto shows in America. While I sit up there, camera, they can keep talking.
Hey, listen.
So, anyway, like I was saying, I would rather pick just one person, unless, again, we have a couple that me and my partner feel strongly about.
Right.
That'd be like, there'd be a great godparents. To basically to what the definition of it, meaning like, God forbid, if something happens to me and my significant other, I will feel safe enough for these people to really take care of my
How
child.
awkward would it be though to be a godparent, like to be appointed a godparent in a situation where you're a couple and then you break up and something happens?
Yo, that's kind of true too, man. I think that's a
Then you have a parent. Then you have a kid with your ex that you didn't even want to be with anymore. That's crazy. You have to
Basically,
people died, and now you have a kid with your ex.
And I also was Dev. I also wanted to point out, as far as the scenario I threw to Wally, I liked the Wally's answer where she said, yes, if it's a phenomenal friend I would be with it, right? Like if it was her boyfriend's friend who, a female, that he wanted to make the godmother, and Wally said she would be with it. And I like your answer because of the simple fact is this. If I felt a way about one of my girlfriends, male friends, like not being a proper choice for like a godparent, he probably shouldn't be her friend. I probably would have an issue with him just being her friend.
Why?
Period. Because I just feel like if I already like confirmed it and accepted him as a friend, I know he amazing.
I don't think Richie's girls can even have guy friends.
No, hold on, Rich.
Look at his face.
No, hold on, Rich. So this is where me and Porter, we disagree all the time. Listen, this is where I'm gonna disagree with Porter. A person not being equipped to be the level of taking responsibility as a parent to my child doesn't mean they're not a good person or good friend. It's just that you're not the level. You're not. I wouldn't have you raise my kid.
But Dad, he doesn't want his girl to have a guy
No.
friend. So that's why he said.
Yeah, cause niggas can't watch the kid fuck you around.
No, and that's another thing. Watch the kid and be like a new parent. But this is the thing. The reason why I was thinking about that, what I was saying before we got interrupted by Cheeks. We had to make sure that we deliver y'all Cheeks. Wally said something about the actual responsibility. Now, even when you make when you have a godparent, when you have a kid and you make your best friend a godparent, how likely is it that if something happened to you, they're actually going to be the ones to take over? Your mom is going to do it first. Your sister is going to do it first. Like in real life,
right?
So that's where it leads to where I say most of the time people do it as almost like a empty ranking.
No, people do it because I noticed that when people pick godparents, it's because the person has money.
Wow.
Most time they pick somebody that got bread
because they feel like that person can financially take care of their child.
They always pick people that got bread.
That's a crazy Joan right there.
That's deep.
In my experience, a lot of godparents are just their best friends. You know what I mean? Like, just their best friends. Like my best girlfriend or my best guy friend.
So the security is a thing, right? So money would bring security, like you said. But then I'll notice, like with me, I guess the reason why multiple people will be like, be my best man, be the godparent to my kid, is if people read me as he's responsible. Dev is going to do the things he's responsible. So when they start thinking about people in their head, like, who am I able to trust is going to handle this for me? You'll get elected in this thing. But what gets weird is when a person has multiple kids, and you're the godparent. Let's say you godparent to their first kid. They go on to have 3 more. How do you be the godparent? So I kind of became a godparent to mad kids because
no, it'd be different people for which I get what you're saying, because it's like, you know, shouldn't the godparent be the godparent to all the children, right? If they're all gonna have siblings,
even because if something happened to them, would you gonna separate them? If it's that, but the other part is like, so now when you show up at birthday parties and it's time for that god dad gift, it's you gotta do that four times.
Right.
You gotta do that 4 times in this house, 2 times in this house.
You know what's crazy? My nieces, my sister, shout out to my sister Julian, and my nieces Luna and Harper. Harper actually has 6 godfathers. Yeah, so they decided to do this because
hold on, who's this?
My sister's kids, but her one daughter Harper has 6 godfathers, and my sister's husband picked 6 of his guy friends, and they all basically contribute financially to her schooling. She has a bank account.
It's like a Godfather train.
Yo, it's actually kind of crazy.
It's like a community. That's cute.
Yeah, it's like a whole little community.
Do they got kids of their own?
I think one of them has a child, like one child of their own. Yeah. But yeah, 6 guys. I don't know what the thought process was, but I kind of like the idea because it's just like, God forbid if something does happen, she wants to go with the godfather. She has 6 to choose from.
It's probably because she's a daughter and they want.
I like the idea
men's
of it.
protection.
I like the idea of it.
Money.
I just think about, like, you know, just making sure everybody else's kids is cool too, and just make sure, like, you know what I mean. But you would probably, in a situation like that, you would probably select some of your homies that ain't got kids, right? And they good guys, and can help out.
Like
maybe.
that is just not what it.
Yo, hold on, you said you don't want.
I'm actually a godmom. I love it.
She's so selfish. You know what?
I'm not selfish. I'm the opposite of selfish. So I feel like I've already had God kids. I don't want any more.
Oh, you know what? The fact is, you got a whole bunch of siblings that you're the one. Yeah, nah. So you already. She's basically already that, y'all.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
She like a young mom already. Heavy.
But being a godparent is actually not that bad. Like I love
No,
my
you
god.
give rich auntie vibes. So all the kids are gonna. You are a god. Yeah. I can see.
Yeah, but like once I have my kids, it's gonna be a little. My niece wants me to have kids.
That's crazy.
Hold on. That is a great point that I lived. So when you do have that, and then you end up in this situation where you have your priority in household, unless you just got it on that level, you gotta at some point scale back, and that can be awkward.
Yeah.
The awkwardness, number one, the amount of time that you're even available to pop up at their things, the stuff, because the godparents pop up at some of these events and sports, whatever the case may be. And now you find yourself, one, you're less engaged because you got your own family to raise. And then when it comes to shit and it's like, okay, it's Christmas time. Before, if you ain't had no kids or nothing like that, no family, you could be like, all right, I got
that should
all
be
these
understandable though, because a godparent is supposed to be when you're not there. When the parents aren't there.
But
so
to the kids, they just used to like Uncle Dev come through. Uncle Dev coming through with them Xboxes, PlayStation 5. He coming through.
But you know what? You know what's the best thing in my situation? My goddaughter's right now, she'll be 15 next year. Oh, actually, I think she'll be 15 this year. So it's like she's getting older. So by the time I have a kid, she don't really be worried. At this point, she like going to concerts and shit like that. She might, you might be the god.
That's crazy.
The godmother.
Yo, hold on.
The goddaughter becomes the godmother.
Your god kid is your kid's godmom.
Isn't that wild? That'd be wild.
I think the name speak for itself. I think the name speak for itself. It's God's kid. It's a God. It's a God kid. Meaning like.
You are
I'm around. Don't get me wrong, but I'm around for like emergency.
Right. Like if mom didn't make it out.
This ain't gonna be the God that if none of my kids there.
No. I would be amazing. God, kids love me. Are you kidding me? Kids love me. Would you stop playing? But I'm just serious. I just feel like the name speak for itself. Like it's God's kid. God gonna handle it for me. Like God gonna be there for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we all God's kids.
Porta Rich, listen, Porta Rich, when we get the Bible of Porta Rich, if we got a Bible of Porta Rich,
it's coming.
It's so many strange, different viewpoint jewels.
Different religions mixed.
It's coming, but it's gonna be over beats. It's probably gonna be called like something like Pastor Porter's final sermon. It's gonna be like a mixtape in mixtape form.
Porta 1 verse 2.
You're gonna want to tap in. I'm telling you.
You do sound like a pastor though.
Yeah, I got some shit to say, and I ain't scared of the devil. That's what really makes me like a powerful bastard. Like a lot of niggas is pussy when it comes to like evil and like.
Can you imagine us being in a chapel?
I've heard people talk scary about evil. Like they, And my thing is like you can't be a person of good, and like God and fear like all the other shit, the goofy shit.
Listen, y'all. Before we get out of here, and before we premiere a new music video, before that happens, I want to get a was hot. Now it's not from the crew.
Who you talking about?
For our DJ that might not know what was hot now is not is. We'll let you go last, so you got time to think about it. It's something from the past that was popping, or it could have been something that was popping a couple years ago that no longer is. Wally was hot, now it's not.
Patience. Patience was a thing where, it was hot. Back in the day, like we didn't mind like waiting or, being patient when it comes to anything. An album drop, a new sneaker release, nowadays, a sneaker drop, you want a new one next week. Like there's no, you know, what's that word? What is it called? Where people
Anticipation.
Anticipation,
Wally
yes.
stole mine. I did anticipation last season. Go ahead.
Oh, whatever.
For
Anticipation.
a minute, I ain't gonna hold you. I thought you was talking about like hospitals and shit being empty, like doctors and shit not being like getting
Well,
business.
hold on, low
Like
key.
those patients.
Hold on, I'm not gonna lie though.
Come on,
There is like a very much shortage of nurses, and what I'm learning is that there's doctors that are creating private practices because the hospitals aren't paying the nurses enough right now. So that's why it's such a shortage in hospitals.
That was a good one. I like that. What's not. I got one. Eat dirt before you die.
What?
Eat dirt before you die was a hot thing. That was something we did as a tradition. Like when things fell on the floor, your food, anything, you would kiss it up to God and say,
kissing it up to
I gotta eat dirt before I die. And now everybody, I ain't gonna curse because I want to keep cursing. We gonna cut down on profanity this season.
Yeah, I guess we're not.
We are.
Fucked up already.
But now y'all punks. Now y'all punks. Everybody just shit fall on the floor. Just scared everybody shitless. Shit, fresh cheesesteak, a little piece.
We gotta edit that out the episode before they flag us. Go ahead.
A 12-piece nugget, and one nugget
what's hot?
One nugget fall, and you can't eat it. Like back in the day.
Dirt?
Listen, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. Eat dirt before you die was hot.
Yo, this the thing, Porter. I never knew it as eat dirt before you die. It was just it was God made dirt, so dirt don't hurt. So what happened was
Yeah, see, that was on our East Canada. Our Pollock, it was eat dirt before you die.
so on Moore Street, there was only certain candies that was on a level that you was willing to pick up off the ground, and the number one joint was Whoppers, the black, the brown,
Because they look.
whatever it was. No, so that's how kids the sugar rush of it. It was like if that dropped on the floor, you was picking it up, kissing it up to God.
See, that's how I know y'all.
nasty.
That's how I know y'all wasn't as deep in the trenches as we was, because we would drop gummy bears and shit to just get hold on the
Stuck to
dirt.
it.
Get hold the dirt. You see the dirt on there, and you blow it off.
Nah, you know what?
And you ain't even getting it all off, and you still like the goal was to eat dirt before you die.
Nah, that's some Parkside level.
I mean, to be honest, listen.
But I do remember God made dirt and dirt don't
Listen,
hurt.
the reason why I'm saying it was really hot and now it's not, and I feel like we should kind of like maybe like go back to it, is because look at what they doing to our food. We was worried about something that falls on the floor. They're deliberately putting dyes and things in our food that don't belong on there that is no good for us. So it's like, we relying on God anyway.
You know what's crazy about this, man? This is no bullshit. It's literally on this paper, just so that you know. 100%, it says kid rhymes right there.
Yep.
And it was stuff like Bobos, they make your feet feel fine. Bobos, they cost $1.99. Listen,
Bobos.
Back in the day, you played outside, so it was all of these things like my mother and your mother were hanging the clothes. My mother punched your mother right dead in the nose. What color was the blood? R-E-D spells red, and you're not the one to be in this.
Yeah.
Yo, that was the games that we played outside, and I know. If I said those things to my son, there's no way he would know. He's 15. He would not know not a one of them.
Right.
Not bubblegum in the dish. How many bubblegums do you wish?
My mother
None
said
of
to
that.
Pick the very best one.
Yeah.
And you are it.
Yeah. And then we used to play with only 2 feet. You knew to count. Like, you knew who to start with. But it was stuff like that. And it's funny that went right into it with the ghetto game. I didn't know. I guess
the dirt thing.
The dirt thing? Monica had a couple $. She ain't had to eat stuff out the dirt.
I wasn't eating dirt.
Or
I
eat expired food and shit.
No,
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what you eating right now that's actually way worse than tasting like a little bit of dirt from like right outside and some soil. I'm serious. I'm being serious. Soil and all that shit. If you got to understand that they grow shit in soil. They grow shit in dirt. Dirt. Listen, I know for me, I believe like in Islam, Like water is what we use to like purify ourselves, right? Before prayer and things like that. And if you don't have no water in there, if you don't have access to water, the next best thing to use is dirt.
Hold on, when Muslims pray, don't they gotta wash your face? Don't
Absolutely. It's called voodoo.
All right, and would it be good to use?
Teach Hanley.
Absolutely. Why not? I recommend the believers to go ahead and get some Teach Hanley and make sure you do it the AM, the PM moisturizer. Make sure you get the scrub for the face, for the eyes. And
You could use the moisturizer in the AM and during the PM.
It's for everybody. It don't matter.
And
your
you
religion.
exfoliate twice a week. It has a great exfoliator.
And the other part is you can smell like a man. I smelled manlier. Like I almost wanted to like catch a football or something for about 3 seconds. Then I was like, fuck all that. Yeah, I mean, I don't need all that shit.
I stand on that. Dirt ain't as bad as people think it is. It's a lot of stuff out here way worse than dirt.
You just put me on though. I didn't know that people grew stuff in dirt.
Yo, do you have one, farm girl?
Resumes.
Yo, that's kind of real.
I've never had a resume actually.
Well, you never had a job. Why would you have a resume?
I have had a job.
Oh my God.
I've had a few.
Oh my God.
You're a bartender. You work at bartenders.
I'm a bartender
They don't
now.
need resumes.
No, the resume is an ass. You gotta.
Your resume
That
is
is
a
your
picture.
your resume.
My resume is
you.
definitely. It's
Nah,
no.
that's
It's
my
like
baby right there. I had
it's
to
like
get her.
word of mouth or like I seen you work a bunch of places. No, not like that.
Yeah, because
not
once
like
motherfuckers hear mouth, they like, where that resume at? They like, I need to see it. Yeah, we don't play like that.
Never did that.
Yo,
That's my boo.
crazy.
I love Monica.
Hold on, can we get one from you now? You
Nina!
got a
Oh,
buzz?
okay. What was hot back in the day was strip clubs. They not in no more like that.
So hold on.
I think they still popping in certain areas.
So I would say that where we are up here,
They did.
you gotta be right, yo.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, them Jones is
They did.
definitely dead up here, yo.
Pre-COVID, I think after COVID.
But you know why they did? You know why they did? Because everybody took their talent to South Beach. All the high-powered joints that had the potential, instead of staying home and building up your home, you could have actually been like the #1 stripper in Philly and right now be at 1 million, 2 million plus. But you actually decided to go to Atlanta where it's like 2 million strippers. And now you really
and
like
New
the-
York. And
Right.
some went to New York.
And now you're not even in the top 100.
And you got OnlyFans and everything else.
Yeah,
like it's just
so
you
it's
guys are
fade away.
becoming like what's it called?
The bottle girls fucked them up the most.
True.
Yeah.
So
A lot
also,
of
when they
girls
put them
became
outfits, when they put them similar outfits on the bottle girls,
They just
cause
became-
see, you know what it was? Is that a lot of that shit in the strip club, I'm gonna tell you what else was overrated. Hey Dev, look, you know what was overrated for years in the strip club? For real. We liked to see it. The beauty, the asses, the titties, right? We'll get a drink, looking, watching things. I think for real, and this how the bottle girls beat them. The lap dancing, all the extra shit, like don't get me wrong, some girls probably knew how to do it better than others, but all that jumping up and down, pogoing on my dick and all this crazy shit trying to wild out, like I think that shit was a little overrated. So when they brought the bartenders and just put them in some sexy shit and said, yo, serve them they drinks like this, we trying to like have everything sexy. A lot of niggas was like, yo, I don't even need the strippers no more. Because I'm one of the guys that used to go to the strip club to get like a massage
And
a lot of
it's the
times.
titles. Like the
I didn't-
bottle girls, they didn't want to say they were strippers, but they did everything
Stripper
a stripper would
did.
do.
That's real. That's
Well, they
the
all
other
got
part.
BBLs too.
Yeah, they
So
all
they all
look, they
start
look
getting
like the
BBLs.
strippers. They're just not
They're
taking.
just like, no, I'm not a stripper. I don't do that.
Yeah,
but
like
then do everything.
like you think about it, yo, a big butt like back in the day ain't even a big butt. Like if a back in the day big butt, like that people thought was butts in like an old rap video or something like that, they not big butts no more. Like my son would look at those and be probably like, these are some little butts. So, I mean, these butts are
some little booties.
Yeah, like these some little butts. But like in a rap video back then, you know, EST, one of them, you know what I mean?
Right.
The whole video, they'd have been like, man, these ain't butts.
And then you got a lot of like, you know, just the butts, and I ain't mad because some butts look better than others, right? When people going to get their new butts, get a little added to the butt, I fuck with it. But some butts really look like crazy. No, I be in the gym, and some butts really look like goofy, man. It look bad.
You think it's the pants, those pants that go in between your butthole?
No, it's not that.
No.
that's what makes
No. You can't say it's not that because I wanted to make that a
That's not what
topic at
makes
one
it
point in
weird,
my
I'm
life.
saying.
But it can because I've seen girls come in tights where I'm like, damn. And then I see her come back on like a Tuesday and like the scrubs. And I'm like, what happened? She did magic. I'm like, she David Copperfield little sister disappeared. Nah, for real. Like you just be like.
So would you say
like illusions in certain pants?
So would you say they were presenting that illusion for a certain type of attention when they wear that thing that goes all in deep into their buttholes?
I mean, listen, don't get it fucked up. I salute them, right? Because women are allowed to do it.
Listen, shit you say.
No, they definitely do it. They definitely do it, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think they going in there trying like, they want to be confident. They want to look good. Don't nobody want, and sometimes they probably tone it down and they come in with the baggy sweats. Like, I actually fuck with it. But what I don't understand is that, again, and this is another topic for a later podcast, it goes back to the thing that women can do a lot of shit that we can't do. Because women can slip in the gym like that, slide in the gym like that. I'm talking about see-through tights. You could damn near see her ass. We've seen them.
You want to go through? You want to go in the gym with see-through?
No, but I'm just telling you that if I went in there with my gray sweats and I didn't mean no harm, and my dick poking, and my dick bulging when I'm on a pull-up bar and shit like that, it'll probably be something said. Like, damn, why these niggas come? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we can't.
Like, he knew what he was doing.
Well, because I feel like y'all's is a little bit more active. Like, it moves around. It has, like, ours is just in one place.
When y'all put y'all shit in, like, a plastic vacuum seal, the fuck you mean? Y'all shit active, too. That's what y'all do. Y'all find jeans and tights that seal it like the weed be sealed. Fuck you mean? Pussy can't even breathe. Like, yeah, that's what y'all do.
Listen, man, we appreciate y'all for watching this episode of the Devinwade Show, man. Thank y'all for tuning in every week. But Porta Rich got a video that he's about to announce to y'all right now, man. Let them know what's popping right now, Porta.
Hey, listen, man, look, I came in with the Menaces. Born Rich 2 is coming. Right now, we going to get into the other joint we dropped right before Menaces. So now we coming with the visual. Aftermath. Shout to my guy, U-Dub, up New York, NYC vibes. This joint is called Aftermath, produced by U-Dub, Born Rich 2. Let's go.
Who the fuck are you? I should remember you. What, you think you like me? You ain't like me, motherfucker. You a punk. I've been with made people, connected people. Who you been with? Chain snatcher, jive, Maricon motherfucker.
This pressure what they wanted, so now pressure what they gon' get. On that same block where we was warring in the foreign whip. Kansas City mobsters, the family got reach. Leave them shells on your strip, shit be looking like a beach. The day my turn come, I guess it's bye to the sky. Just know that after that, this shit is eye for an eye. We really lit this shit, I can't hold you like no detainers. One hell of a journey with attorneys on retainer. I kept it on me, in case some haters try it off me. It ain't no room to slip, I can't afford what that would cost me. Was raised in them courtrooms, I don't need no more cases. Repeated felon jacket thicker than some North Faces. Still we took risks, had to move them cook bricks. When we did get caught, we worked out and took flicks. Lay up, get my mind right, focus on elevation. When real niggas touch back down, it's a celebration. We cut school, hit the strip, never went back to class. Watch the fire, cook the work, hope it don't crack the glass. No diploma, just a loner with that getting mask. And what y'all dealing with today is just the aftermath. We cut school, hit the strip, never went back to class. Watch the fire, cook the work, hope it don't crack the glass. No diploma, just a loner with that getting mask. And what y'all dealing with today is just the aftermath. They act like it's over for me, cause a nigga over 40. But they don't know the story, still models bend over for me. From 13 to 30, I was living out these raps. 16, I got promoted to me giving out the packs. 3 shifts that never closed, the bundle was the stash. Older niggas hating, couldn't handle all the cash. If it's beef with the ops, then I'ma pop my own shells. Noodle said if Rich get knocked, he could pop his own bells. Ain't nothing changed, bro, I'm about to cop the Range Rover. Watch over your boy, cause you know how this game go. People think you got no bread until you show it to them. Then they gon' wanna get fed as if you owe it to them. Now they in my business trying to find out what the buzz worth. Before you get some money in mine, you'll get these slugs first. Still a risk it all, so be careful what you ask for. Mad cause the crib look like a castle with the glass doors. We cut school, hit the strip, never went back to class. Watch the fire, cook the work, hope it don't crack the glass. No diploma, just a loner with that getting mask. And what y'all dealing with today is just the aftermath. We cut school, hit the strip, never went back to class. Watch the fire, cook the work, hope it don't crack the glass. No diploma, just a loner with that getting mask. And what y'all dealing with today is just the aftermath.